Hello, good people. Vera here. I want to talk about the whole thing that bothers me a lot between the men and women and how we treat each other and what we create in the relationships with each other. And I was just observing the daycare kids, and I really got present to something really profound. And what I see is that we naturally, initially, know exactly our gender roles. And I'll give you an example of two different girls in our daycare. One of them came from a really stable, loving family. She is one of three kids, of three girls, and she has a really present, caring father. And I've seen him coming and picking her up with a bouquet of flowers or with a candy, and she is always running to him. And it's clear that she sees him as a very safe, loving, nurturing figure in her life. While the other girl, she is also coming from a very stable, happy family, but she has an older sibling with a really, really minor age gap, like I think a year between them. And the boy, obviously, as any firstborn, was jealous when she got into the family, and she is used for boys to push her, uh, take her toys away, whatever. That's her expectation of boys. Now I look at them and I see how they interact with other boys. Two girls pretty much the same age. The one that is coming from the family of three sisters, she comes in a fluffy dress, and she's a princess. She even wears a crown. She has all this bracelet and all these necklaces, and she has her nails done. A perfect princess. Very fun to watch. And I was watching her pushing a stroller with a baby doll, and she bumped into something, and the stroller flipped over, and the doll fell. And her natural reaction was she looked around. And the boys ran to her, picked up the stroller, put the baby in, and walked next to her to help her to push the stroller through where she wanted to go. Both the boy and the girl were entirely happy with this setup. It was so natural, it was so nice to watch. She smiled to him, he felt like a hero. You could see his chest actually opening up. He is a hero. And I know that this girl, unless she faces some boy that is less friendly and she doesn't get the protection, she will look at men in her life as a source of protection and care and help. And she will give the boys this feeling of being a hero. Now the other girl, pretty much same situation. She decided that she's sliding down the slide with the baby doll, and it's not an easy thing to do. So the doll fell, and then she was sliding down, and the boy ran to her to give her the doll, but it's not what she was expecting. So she looked at him very, very stressfully, and she pushed him and she grabbed the doll, and the boy was kind of he crumbled, and he just walked away, and he understood that, like, that's not a game he wants to play. Sometimes when I see the same interaction, the boy would actually, not the same boy, we have a few boys, but a boy would actually try to grab it back, and they're starting to push and fight because this energy is there of conflict, and he's offended that his best intention of helping were not accepted, and he's not a hero. So why not as well be an evil guy, a bully? Very, very interesting to watch. And what I'm seeing about it is that we actually have no idea. These kids will never remember all this. They will never remember the first time they wanted to help and the girl rejected them. They will never remember when the boy approached and pushed them but it forms the way we interact with the other gender so strongly. Like, let alone, what if a girl was raised without a father, or with an abusive father, or with a father they watched abusing the mother, or just in a place that it wasn't safe to be, where the father came back home? What do we expect of this girl to do in her adult life? How can she build healthy relationships? It is really challenging. So where I'm taking it actually is that unless we do the work, unless we start bringing some consciousness in the way we interact, in the way we create in our life relationships, we have no chance changing patterns that were formed way before we actually remembered things. And I really want to invite everybody that is having a challenge in relationships, in anything pretty much, to start doing the work, to start bringing consciousness, to start looking there. There are amazing programs out there that help doing that. But if we want to change something, it's time to bring consciousness in. That's it from me. Let me know what you think. Comment, share, like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.